So we'll record this one. All right, it is 12:30, so I'm going to jump right in. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. My name's Angel Falk. I'm the fitness angel. I'm glad y'all are here. It may sound like an echo because I'm in my house. We have no furniture. Basically, we gave everything away when we sold our house. So we bought a new house and we're just getting new stuff, which is exciting. So right after this, I get to go and shop. Yay.
How exciting.
It is exciting. It's very exciting. It's fun. Hey, Cheryl. I see she's connecting. I'm glad you made it, Cheryl. Thank you. Very cool. Well, guys, I am going to jump right in. I appreciate y'all being on. And remember, this is on Facebook. If you want to share it, you can totally share it. If you think of somebody this might help, please, because I want everything I've been through to help somebody else. You know, that's the way life is. You learn lessons and you share. So I'm going to jump right into my health journey. Well, my degree is actually education. So I was a teacher. There's Ellen. Hey, Ellen. I was a teacher. Second grade was my jam. I love second graders. Now they're grown adults, some of them married with children, and they're my Facebook friends. So that's been real fun. But I've always loved exercise and fitness. So I became a stay-at-home mom when I had my kids, but I wanted to go to the gym. It was not in the budget. So I got a job at the gym, right? And I was folding towels and checking people in. And I was always on the front row of the aerobics classes. Okay, Brandy, that doesn't surprise you, I'm sure. But I was one of those that loved working out every day. And they said, you should be teaching classes. So that's how I got started in fitness. And I was always, working hard at looking good and just feeling good, feeling my best, having energy. And I'm one of those people, I really love to exercise. Is there anybody else like that? You love it. Okay, good. Some people hate it. They're like, I do it because I have to. I don't enjoy it, but I really loved it. And that's how I got started in my fitness journey. And I met most of you through this fitness journey I'm on now. But I thought that being fit meant being healthy. And now I know that's two totally different things. You can be fit and healthy, and that's what we all want, I believe. Or sometimes you can be fit, but not very healthy on the inside. And when I started losing my hearing, my right ear, I went to the doctor. They said, yes, some hearing loss, but let's keep an eye on it. So it took 3 years of it getting worse and worse, and finally nothing, totally deaf, to get an MRI and find I had a brain tumor. It was growing in my brain stem, which the doctor said that was the worst location possible. And I had a 14-hour surgery. And that really was shocking for everyone. It was so hard to get the tumor. They couldn't get it all, but they got most of it. And they said they sealed it off and it should not grow again. Well, I had to relearn to walk, talk, swallow. I had every kind of therapy. I had physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, facial therapy, because I lost my facial nerve. I still can't close my eye or move this side of my face. So it was very, very hard. But thank God I did get through it. And then a year later, I had my checkup and it had grown again. And I had 27 rounds of radiation, which we know is just poison. And they said, you may lose your teeth. I had spots all over my face. I lost my hair back here. It was a very scary time in my family. I got very sick. I thought I was going to die. I felt like I was going to die. And the worst part of it all was I was in the bed and I could not be there for my children. My son was finishing elementary school and they have all kinds of fun things they do. They do a training for a 28-mile walk. It's called the fourth grade walk. It is the biggest deal. And I did it with my daughter. My husband did it with my daughter. And then I couldn't be there for Ethan and it broke my heart because I knew what a big deal it was. And then my daughter was finishing middle school, had her big dance and all that kind of stuff, which she says she was thrilled I wasn't around, but it broke my heart. I know, she's very honest, right? So that was the hardest part of it all, of being sick. And then once I got through that, guys, 1 month later, they said it grew again. And we were devastated and could not believe it. But I had these amazing prayer warrior friends. Some of you know Barbara Ann Jeter. She's in our private group, Healthy for Life. She said, Angel, we need to start a prayer chain. So every 3 hours, I had the closest, dearest friends praying for me. And I'll never forget, that was just the best feeling, knowing they were there. And then God showed up in a big way and my tumor stopped growing. Now the doctors say, okay, it could have been inflammation. It could have been, it was, it had not gone down yet, but I know God's in charge and I totally trust him. And it was that time that I really started thinking, I need to take care of myself. I need to be healthy, not just fit. So I started doing my own research, and everything I read said, we need more fruits and vegetables, like Brandy's holding in her picture. We need to eat that every day. And I knew I was not eating that every day. And I knew I was still working hard at being skinny and not healthy. And that is such a problem I see today, especially in the fitness world. We were taking a lot of vitamins, but they weren't doing the job. We need whole food nutrition. And I was drinking Diet Cokes and eating processed food. I wanted something quick and easy. Did not want to be in the kitchen cooking. Just made some pretty poor choices. But I learned to add more fruits and vegetables, and that's what I started doing. And I realized it was hard. It's very tricky, especially to get them raw and in the rainbow, eating that variety every single day. So I was so grateful when I met a nurse named Rebecca Dorton. Some of you know Rebecca. She's a pediatric nurse at Vanderbilt University, and I met her at an event, and she told me about Juice Plus. I shared my story with her and how I was on my health journey. And she said, this is so much better than a vitamin. It's real food that's blended and the water's out, and then you get a capsule, and children can get the chewables for free. So she took me to an event to hear a doctor talk about children's health and the importance of them getting these nutrients in their body every day to grow up healthy, a good immune system, be able to fight off sickness, because we know we live in a toxic world and things happen. So I said, yes, absolutely. I need this in my life. And y'all, I'm going to show a short video, because the more I learn about this, the more excited I am. And we have so many people doing the same thing that I'm doing. And this is Shannon Miller. Do y'all remember her from gymnastics Olympics? I always loved her. And she is also a cancer survivor and a mom. And so I'm going to share my screen and show this short video. Let's see. Is this it? Could be that, nope, that's not it. That's you guys. Let me get back to this. I had the videos pulled up. Says I'm screen sharing. Go back to this. There's Facebook. There it is. When I share it on Facebook, sometimes it gets all the videos mixed in. Let's see, I may have to refresh it. Here we go.
I faced many challenges in my life, from striving to win gold at the Olympics to surviving cancer. But one of my biggest, most fulfilling challenges is being a busy mom, raising happy kids who live healthy lives. That's why I lean on Juice Plus as a way to give them the nutrition they need. But where does that nutrition come from? Well, I'm here to find out. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about the importance that you place on quality and how really that production process works, getting all of these great fruits and vegetables into that capsule. It's kind of farm to capsule for Juice Plus.
Yeah, so we start out, the first step, let's start at the beginning, is just planting the seed. And then we irrigate the field, watch all the crops slowly come up, and when it reaches that peak of maturity, just at the opportune moment, we go out there with the harvester and collect all the different fruits and vegetables.
That's the fun part.
It's the best part, yeah.
All right, so we are here, and we're actually just down the road. In fact, we came from the farm earlier today, and that was fun because this is in such close proximity.
Yeah, so what you saw, the fresh products in the farm, we bring that product in, we have it frozen, and then we can use it at any point that we need to make whatever various blend for Juice Plus we need to make.
for me as a mom and as an advocate for women's health, it's really important to read about and hear about quality and about the importance of packing as many nutrients into the final product. But to actually come out here and to see the entire process step by step from farm to capsule has been absolutely incredible. And I would just encourage everyone to make Juice Plus your one simple change.
Oh, I love that so much. I love that so much because it just gives a great picture of our farmers, how it's made. We go from farm to capsule, and that's why I loved it so much and started on April 12th, 2012. So since I just celebrated my anniversary, yes, Tracy, how are you? I'm glad to see you on there. You know, ever since I started, I just got better and better and better. I have more energy. Y'all can see I got plenty of hair. My hair grew back. Ellen's got that hair too. And it just made such a difference in my life. And my immune system is so healthy, guys. I'm hardly ever sick. You never want to say that out loud. It's like, okay, Lord. But if something does come on, I can just fight it right off. And my kids too. I've seen my son have a lot of great results. He had asthma, he had eczema, he had allergies, had to take nose spray and allergy medicine every day. None of that anymore. In fact, I had my best friend, Edie, message me this morning. She was telling her friend about Juice Plus because she has such severe allergies. And Edie said, I don't have to take Allegra anymore. I had to take that every day. So it's just getting that good nutrition in your body every day that makes the difference. So started feeling better and started doing what we call the shred. It's a detox that our company has. When I learned about that, I was ready to go all in because when you add Juice Plus to your diet, you start craving more fruits and vegetables. And Dr. Odom can explain more on that, but it's a brain-gut connection. So the more you start putting in, the more you start craving because you really do crave what you eat. So that's how I started on Juice Plus. And today I wanted to share also why I partnered with this company because, 80% of the people who do Juice Plus are just simply customers. They just want this wonderful product. But then there are some of us who want to join the mission. And that's kind of how I got excited about this because I love the product so much, of course. But at the time when my son was in high school and my daughter was in college, I thought, you know what? I've been teaching fitness classes. My husband's been supporting us all these years. I need to make more money. I need to contribute. Because if you're, married 20 something years, you start feeling like, okay, I gotta help my husband a little bit, take a little pressure off him. So I was feeling that. And I did get a full-time job. I knew I didn't want to go back to teaching school. I love teaching school, but teachers work so hard, guys. And when you're single and you're bringing stuff home every night and writing lesson plans and grading papers, that's one thing. But when you have your own family, that is really hard. So I knew I didn't want to teach school. A friend of mine who was also a trainer told me about this place called Healthway. So I went there and got a job as a health coach. And I loved it because I learned so much. I had so much good training, but guys, I was in a cubicle for 8 hours a day. I had managers listening to calls all the time, judging you. I mean, it was just something I was not used to. The corporate world, I was not used to. I liked having a salary, of course. And the people I worked with were amazing, all kinds of dietitians and nurses. And we had a doctor that would come and do training once a week. And I loved all of that, but I knew I could not handle the stress. I had 2 computers going and all this technology. It was just overwhelming. Cheryl, I see you nod your head. You can feel that, right? Yeah, it was a lot. And I was probably the oldest one in the new group of trainees. So I quit that job after 9 months. And then my daughter and I went to teach preschool together while she was home in the summer. And y'all, I love babies, but I just can't hold a baby for 8 hours a day. It was different. It was not like teaching second graders, I'll tell you that. And y'all, we always say God's timing is perfect, right? Well, it was about that time I got a phone call from Dr. Doug Odom, and he introduced himself. And he said, I see that you've been telling people about Juice Plus, because I had been recommending Juice Plus all this time. I had several people ordering it, and I had joined as a partner to get the best price in the beginning, but not really knowing anything about the compensation plan, anything about the company. I just knew I needed Juice Plus in my body, and other people saw me doing so well. They wanted it too. So he saw that and said, do you want to make this a business? And it was just God's perfect timing for me. So I said, yes. And Dr. Odom told me exactly what to do. And one was, find 3 people to partner with you. And one is here, Ellen. She's one of the first ones. Yes. And she brought on Tracy and Caesar. And it was just, it was awesome because Ellen got amazing results. And I was so proud and happy to share this wonderful business opportunity. And Ellen, do you want to share real quickly? I know I didn't ask you to, but would you share real quickly kind of your health journey and what made you want to say yes?
Sure. Well, I came at this, I was always been very active, and I felt like I ate the right things. I love fruits and veggies. So, I felt like I was on the right path. However, I hit Magic 50 and was having some concerning health issues. And my doctor talked to me about probably the next time that we got together, I would need to go on some medication. And I chose for that not to be my path. I wanted to find out what I could do, what I could change in my own health picture and what I was doing. And Angel had been talking to me about Juice Plus. I knew I could attack it with my lifestyle, a few lifestyle changes, and adding more good with the food that I ate, and the addition that Juice Plus could be in that realm for me, I knew was the path I wanted to take. Happy to say that 1 year later, when I went to my doctor, my results were amazing. I did not have to go on any medications. That was I was looking at possibly medication for blood pressure and for cholesterol, but all of my lab results were better than they were 2 years previous, and that was just with a little bit less than a year's time. I already knew. I knew very soon into it. I felt so much better, so I knew good results were happening. So I wasn't really surprised by my lab results, but I started sharing pretty soon as well. People were asking me what I was doing, could tell I felt better and looked better. And so I jumped in with Angel, and it's been wonderful to share with people. Wonderful health path for me, but also just a blessing to share with others.
I know what you mean. It feels so good to be healthy, but then to share and see other people get healthy, it makes all the difference. And it really did make sense to join the mission because it's $52 a year. There's no minimum orders, right? The company does all the billing, shipping, so you don't have to store stuff in your house. You just share it. You share, and we have so many resources. The company gives us everything we need. And I believe anybody who wants to do this can be successful, because if you're coachable, if you let us help you, then you're going to succeed. We want you to succeed. And I love that about the company as well. So Dr. Odom, would you please just share, this morning we were on a call. A lot of the things we do in our company is have 3-way connection calls with Dr. Odom or other people who have been doing this a little bit longer and know a little bit more. And this morning you shared with a friend of mine that needed some health hacks, and you shared with her some of our research. And that's one thing I love. Take it away, Dr. Odom.
Thank you. Sure. Well, I have a couple of comments before I go to the research. And the first is exercise is a privilege. You were talking earlier about some people love it and some don't. Think if you had had that surgery, that 14-hour surgery, and you ended up being paralyzed, you couldn't walk. What would you pay to get you just the privilege of being able to not run, not teach Zumba, not dance, but just walk? What would you pay for that? I mean, that's priceless. So we take it for granted. We certainly take these privileges for granted. Any activity is a privilege, and we're made to move. The human body is made to move. So, but to back up and ask that question again, what is it worth? What would you pay just to be able to have all of the faculties that you have, but especially the ability to move? So nobody eats Brandy's, what she was holding, that picture. Nobody eats that every day. Nobody does that even occasionally. We surely don't do it consistently. But what is it? It's real food. It's raw. It has active ingredients, active enzymes, active nutrients, active fiber, and phytonutrients. That's what Juice Plus represents. It's all these things in an active form. It's not dead. It's not overcooked. It is absolutely what we all should be eating. So to skip from there to optimal health, we're all going to be exposed to what we've been going through for the last year, 15 months. So what is the answer? The answer is get your body today in the best health that you can get. We used to say the best shape, but it's more than fitness, as you said. It is overall health, because we're all going to be exposed to toxins, to poisons, to germs, to viruses, to bacteria, to all kinds of pathogens. Your body can heal if it has the right components. It can actually handle all of these things. It's a healing machine. But how many people blame somebody else for any and everything that goes on in the world? So we need to be responsible. We need to take ownership of this body that we have, this temple. We need to get it as healthy as we can, because things are coming down the road. There always is going to be a rainy day. So get as healthy as you can right now. And the best way to do that is let your body heal by giving it the components so that it can. So that's my intro into all of the research. So the research, and that is why I'm on this call. If we didn't have science behind Juice Plus and all of the things that Juice Plus can do for us, I would not be on this call. I would not be sharing the message I've been sharing for 24 years. And I would not be as passionate about it as I am. But here's the bottom line message. We have what everybody in the world needs. Everybody. Babies, people my age and older, men, women, young, old, healthy, unhealthy, active, inactive, all of these things. Everybody needs what we have, because there's probably not one person that you've met in the last year that eats everything that they need every single day. So Juice Plus is a gap filler. It just fills in the gaps of what we're not getting daily. So how many of you have ever eaten in a year 50 new foods? I used to challenge people. I would say, all right, today is April the 14th. I'm making this up because I haven't counted, but just say that there are 40 more weeks in the year. How about if you had the opportunity in the next 40 weeks to add a new food a week, one food a week? Would you do it? And do you think that it would benefit your body? I can tell you unequivocally, every plant food is good for you, and you really don't want to eat the same things over and over and over and over. So reach out, grab new things. So if you could do that, would it make a difference? If you could add 50 new foods at one time, would that make a difference on top of what you're doing? And just as Shannon Miller said, it's a privilege and it's an opportunity to make just one simple change. And that one simple change could be adding 50 foods to your diet every day. So Juice Plus is backed with science and research, and we have multiple areas that have been evaluated. It's the physiology of the human body that our science covers. So bioavailability means that it gets in your body, it gets in your circulation, it's absorbed and digested and gets almost directly right into your bloodstream, and it goes all over. It goes to every single cell. So our Juice Plus, 19 of our 41 studies, that's right at half of all of them, show that it's bioavailable. We know that we're absorbing it. We know it gets in the bloodstream. And because of the other 40 studies, we know what it does. It's functional. It absolutely makes a difference for the physiology. So for those of you that know what oxidative stress is, we have 14 studies that show that it reduces oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is a common denominator for all chronic diseases. If you lower oxidative stress, you live with less disability. You live with a lower risk of developing any chronic disease, and you lower your risk of dying from any cause. So Juice Plus has been proven 14 different articles, 14 different ways it reduces oxidative stress. We know that it reduces systemic inflammation. We have 4 studies that show that it reduces the free radical damage, which is the culmination of chronic systemic inflammation. Systemic just means it's all over the body. It's all of the systems are involved. We have studies that show what it does for the immune system. We have 5 studies that show that your immune system is improved. So if you are exposed to a virus, to a pathogen, to a bacteria, to toxins, to overloads, to all of these things, we know that your immune system fights all of these things that tend to tear your body down and brings your body back into a system where everything is balanced. We have studies on DNA. DNA is your hereditary footprint. It's we're looking at all of these genes that are on 23,000 genes. The DNA changes and develops mutations that eventually develop into cancer. Well, Juice Plus has been shown in these studies to lower the risk of DNA breakage and to enhance DNA repair. We have studies on the heart. We have 7 different studies that show, or 6 different studies that show that your heart is improved. The #1 cause of dying in this country is cardiovascular disease, stroke, and heart attack. And we have 6 studies that show the physiology of the heart and the vascular systems, its cardiovascular system, is improved with Juice Plus. And then we have other studies that show that your skin is healthier. We have 2 studies there. Dental health is improved, vascularity to the gums, thickness, etc. 2 studies, quality of life studies. 1, we have studies on obesity, and we have studies on the pulmonary system, lung health. So again, our company doesn't like to equate Juice Plus consuming consistently and saying that you will never have cancer, you will never have heart conditions. That's not what we're saying. We're saying that your risk is markedly reduced the more consistent you are. And the more consistent you are, here's the best news. The more, and you said it, Angel, the more you start craving those foods that make you healthy. The more plant food, the more you want. The more vegetables, the more greens, the more your intestinal tract is being balanced, and those bacteria are sending signals to your neurons, the gut-brain connection. 70% of your neurons are right there in the gut. And when you eat that way, your bacteria is saying, please send me more, please send me more, please send me more. As opposed to eating the standard American diet that's full of sugar, processed junk. Eat that, you'll be favoring those bacteria, and they're sending a similar signal, but for a different outcome. They're saying, sending me more sugar. Please give me more of that junk food, because that's what you're feeding. So you want a bacterial balance that's favoring the beneficial bacteria. And the good news is that the answer for all of this is fiber and phytonutrients. That's a little synopsis of the research that we have. I skipped over a lot of it, but if you're interested, we literally have every article. You can read every word in every one of our 41 studies. So thank you for letting me share. And yes, when I went through that PBC report and I saw your name, who would not want an angel sitting on your shoulder every day? You're right. I did reach out.
Well, I really appreciate that. And that's one thing I want to do. If anyone does join our company, our mission is to inspire healthy living around the world. That's the mission of our company. So if you join, we want you to know what's available, want you to know about what we have. And the best thing to do is get on the phone and talk and share. But we do have everything where you can read it. So if anybody sees this on Facebook, or somebody you know sees this, wants to know, it's all on our website. So it's very clear. And I love that, because some companies say they have research, but it may not be gold standard, double blind, all of the good stuff, real research, and it's in medical journals, and you cannot pay your way into those journals. So I'm very proud of that. And we just love sharing. So anybody who has any questions, please reach out. Everything we have is food. It's not a vitamin, it has a food label. And I'll just show you really briefly before we close out. The fruits and vegetables are here. Everything's on the label. And we have an NSF certification that proves what's on this label is actually in here and nothing else. And that's very important. The fruits have apple, peach, cranberry, orange, mango, lemon peel, acerola, cherry, pineapple, prune, dates, and beets. And I don't know anybody who eats all of that every day. And then the greens are broccoli, parsley, tomato, carrot, garlic, beet, spinach, cabbage, lemon peel, rice bran, and kale. And then we have the berries. I love these. Raspberry, bilberry, blueberry, cranberry, pomegranate, Concord grape, blackcurrant, blackberry, elderberry, artichoke, and cocoa. And then we have our plant-based omegas. These are the perfect balance of the 3s, 5s, 6, 7, and 9, all plant-based. So no fishy taste, no fishy burp. So all of these are wonderful, and you can pick and choose. If you can't start with everything, you can do a little at a time and add to it. But I say just make one simple change and add something. Add something. We even have the protein powder, and it does come in bars as well. We've got vanilla and chocolate. Everything is water washed, non-GMO, 15 superfoods, things like broccoli sprouts and radish sprouts, spirulina. I don't get these in my body every day, but when I drink my smoothie, I do. And they have the perfect balance of protein and fiber, which is what Dr. Odom was saying we need for our gut health. If you want a healthy immune system, you need lots of fiber. So make sure you reach out to the person who invited you. And if you want to learn more about joining us on our mission to inspire healthy living, we are looking for new people, because people need this message of hope based on science. And that's exactly what we have. So thank y'all for joining. Have a wonderful and a blessed day. And we'll be back next week, every week, Wellness Wednesday.
We love you.
you.
Thank you for having
Love
us.
you. Thank
Dr.
you.
Odom.
Thank you so much. Next month is Brain Tumor Awareness Month. So I'll be teaching more about that. All right. Thank y'all. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.